Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Jesse, your DM.
Cody playing Lazarus.
Brennan playing Dis.
Mike playing Nim.
Britt playing Kenna.
And we are Double Doubles and Dragons. We're a group of goofy Canadians that have gotten together to play a little D&D. Sometimes we will say things that are inoffensive. We mean them as jokes, of course, and they're certainly funny to us, but some people may find this offensive. If you do, we apologize, but we don't want any hate mail about it. So just don't listen, okay? Let's jump right into the action. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Quick recap. You were in a shadow room talking to a very mysterious individual named Skinner, who gave you quite the deal. Basically, do bad things, but for good reasons. It's an interesting idea for the party. And then you woke up in your own rooms after being knocked out by crazy shadow knockout gas. Nim, we were dealing with you, if I believe.
Yeah, and I was doing an insight on myself.
Yes, you were. Go ahead.
20.
Okay, so you take a moment to try to inventory yourself and try to pick out something that feels funny. And what you come back with is that there is more energy. It feels like there's more energy near the base of your neck. It just feels funny there.
I'll reach back and touch it, I guess. The part that feels funny.
Okay. So you reach back. Nothing feels different there. Not to the touch.
So we all just got like microbombs implanted at the base of our skulls.
Obviously.
We got black orbed.
Yeah, we all got orbs.
He's gonna reach both hands behind his neck and try to unplug like the Matrix now.
Sorry, Nim, you're in the Matrix and I don't let people out that easily.
Didn't take the red pill.
As for the rest of you, are all awake as well.
I check to see if all the shit I had on me yesterday, my weapons.
You do.
Me. I'll get up and go to the room then.
Okay. So you head out into the hallway. Is anybody else leaving the room right away? What's everybody else doing?
Lazarus is probably contemplating.
Okay,
Yeah.
just thinking about things.
Same with Kenna.
After
Okay.
I check myself, I probably want to head out of the room. Make sure everyone else is in their room, at least.
So the two of you open your doors at the same time, basically.
Oh my god, Nim, you're alive.
Holy crap! Can you... Here. Is there something on the back of my neck here? And I want to show Dis the part that looks or feels funny.
Okay. So turns around, and right on the back of his neck, like right on that ridge right there, there's one very small black line horizontally across. It's not very big. It's like an inch.
I get like super close. I'm like, I'll just like touch that line and be like, there's like a black line here.
Your body quivers as it would when somebody rubs the back of your neck.
I
like
caress it.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that. But other than that, no, it's just a little black line.
I'd ask you to see if I have one.
Well, I mean, like, you have legs.
Yeah, but he's
You can
black.
I see what the problem is.
I'll lean down
You didn't
though.
think about
Is it
that
gonna be a
way.
white?
No, I did.
It's gonna be a white line.
Alright, Nim looks at the base of Dis's neck and sees if there's any sort of mark or discoloration.
He does indeed have a little white line.
Holy, it must be like some kind of invert palette spell or something, because you got a little white line right there.
Invert palette spell.
Wow, man, you can do a lot
Just
of
trying to
crazy.
say it tactfully.
Somebody's gonna get ambled for that one.
Did we all notice that we feel different? Like, would I notice something?
Only Nim's noticed it so far.
Holy crap. I wonder if the rest of them have it too. What do you think it means?
We better check on Lazarus and Kenna.
You're
Here.
right.
I'll check on Kenna, you check on Lazarus.
Kenna, have you started to get up and look at the door yet? Okay. There's something attached to the back of your door.
I want to go inspect it, please.
There's a little piece of paper there.
What's it say?
Written upon the piece of paper, let me grab my note. Written upon the piece of paper in flowing script is the phrase, "Come to the site of your recent conquest of the wind. We need to talk."
I take it and put it in my where I usually store things.
No, I've been sitting here thinking if any of this had to do with my leaking. I just might be here.
Who can say?
Okay. I would get dressed because I'm sure I'm in my undergarments.
Nope, everybody's fully clothed.
Oh, we were fully clothed.
Yeah.
Does that mean Lazarus is just in his armor?
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's also why he's contemplating.
Lazarus is just like, I'm just gonna wait for my muscles to stop screaming at me.
I would do a quick scan of my room to see if anything else is out of place.
Okay. So you take a quick scan, and on top of your bag, coincidentally enough, is another note.
What's that note say?
Apparently just everybody likes leaving notes for Kenna.
Treasure hunt.
The note on your backpack is a little different. It's not written in a flowing script, more like a very punctual print. Just very straight to the point. And it simply reads, should you be captured, you will be destroyed.
The fuck?
Or, sorry, captured is the wrong word. Tortured. Should you be tortured, you will be destroyed.
Okay. You check for any other notes?
I'm sorry, just the two love notes.
Yeah, one's loving and one's not.
Wait, I do have a question. Is this a new day?
We don't know.
I need to know.
Is it still
Oh.
dark?
Yeah, he needs to know. It is a new day. Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to change spells in the stateroom.
No, you were passed out, not asleep. Technically, if I was being a big dick, I would say you guys didn't even long rest. In fact, I will say that. You
Okay,
didn't
then
long
I
rest.
guess I don't get my... I think I need a long rest for my portent.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I finish the long rest. So.
Yeah, you weren't asleep. You were knocked out.
Oh, so I would still have my other one that I didn't use then.
So, apologies for the interruption. You may now open Kenna and Lazarus's door.
Okay.
This just gets ready to boot the door in. Whose door, by the way, do you go to? 'Cause-
He was going to Lazarus, I was going to Kenna.
I see. All right. Is that just because you guys figure if she's naked in there and Nim's seen it before?
We've all seen
Well,
you
yeah, I've
naked.
seen
We've
it
all
too.
bathed together.
Well, yeah, I know. I just mean, like, is that the general?
I mean, I just saw it what was it, like the day before?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
the-
Kenna's old news.
I think they would still
Jesus
appreciate her
Christ.
beauty.
Nat 20.
Fair.
When you see a
The
perfect
Nat 20
10
beauty,
naked,
yeah.
does that ever really get old?
No, probably not.
No.
Maybe they're just doing it out of respect.
Yeah, maybe it's
Probably.
just a Nat 20. We just feel like dirty in comparison. We're just like, well.
Everybody in the group's just like, no, never. She'd never go for me.
Well, I think Nim probably, just because he's like, they're like got a brother-sister relationship going on, so I don't think he...
Nim's
the
just
most
like,
comfortable
yeah,
with-
yeah, boobs. We've seen it before.
He's married to the idea of books.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is Nim even like...
Nim's asexual.
Yeah, that's what I
Book
thought.
sexual.
Oh, I thought Nim was just going to be one of those guys that really wants to fuck librarians.
No. That was the whole plot.
I thought that was his whole deal.
As soon as he sees those curvy glasses.
That's right, those curvy glasses and that bookish way.
Well, I mean, just because you're asexual doesn't mean that you don't ever get the desire, right?
Suppose it depends.
Depends on the
Not sure,
letters.
really.
I guess so, yeah.
Alright, so we'll do Dis going to Lazarus's door first. You open the door and inside is Lazarus. You notice two things about Lazarus when you first look at him. The first, he looks a little sore. The second, something's wrong with his right eye.
Holy shit, Lazarus. Look at me. Blink.
I am looking at you, Dis.
Blink with your right eye.
He is blinking, but that's not his eye in there.
You don't feel anything's wrong?
Is anything wrong with my...
As I'm
you
staring
can
directly
see
at
just
his-
fine.
I'm staring directly at his right eye, too, while I'm saying all this.
I mean, he's making you feel uncomfortable, but other than that, you see just fine.
Lazarus is not certain what you are referring to.
So you're fine. And is there a mirror in the room?
No.
Are my weapons shiny enough?
No.
They're black.
Actually,
Like
they're
the
dull
blades.
gray.
Well,
Yeah, that's right. I still have a knife on me, like a dagger. That would probably have a little bit of a shine on the blade.
Probably.
I'll pull that out, and I'll be like, try to get a reflection, like, look, have a look at your right eye.
Okay. Do a perception check.
I'm just like holding my hand.
16?
Okay. So you take a look in the blade, and he has the angle all wrong at first. And you try to describe to him how to get the angle right, and it's just not working at all because he can't see from his, and yeah, you just grab it and take it away from him. As you line it up, sure enough, something's wrong with your right eye.
Whoa, what is this?
So, your right eye's completely gone, and in its place is just black.
Well, this is disconcerting.
Whoa.
As you continue to stare at it and acknowledge its appearance, it begins to cloud over and is replaced by something that looks like your eye.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Say nothing.
Whoa! Remember, Lazarus always tell the truth. Dude, don't you fucking tell anybody what happened to my eye.
No problem. We'll keep this between us.
Lazarus needs to get this looked at.
Don't worry, we'll find it. Or biologist.
Eyeologist.
Preferably in a large church.
By the way, do you ask Lazarus about his neck?
So, I found a spot on Nim and myself. Turn around, I show him the white line.
Okay. You see a small 1-inch white line just at the base of his spine.
And Nim has the
I
same
broke it.
spot as black line on him. Let's see over here. Let's see what you got.
Let's see what you got.
Like
Show
stiff
me what you
roller.
got.
Yeah, you stiff roll over. Dis, you take a look. And on his blue scales, there's a spot where right between two of the scales on that ridge, there's a thin red line.
Looks like you're turning into a red dragonborn.
Now you take that one back.
Sorry, it's like a red line on you.
Red of all the colors.
White spread.
Mom just gets like that little quick look. Just like, no.
I feel like
Well then, shall we check on the others?
Yeah, let's see if any of them... I didn't see Nim with the...
Lazarus
problem.
wish he did not see it.
keep wondering if Lazarus has that like existential crisis moment where he's just like, I glare at Dis, but then I think about the fact that I'm really only glaring at him with one eye. And I start to get super in my own head. Alright, in the meantime, Nim has gone to Kenna's door.
And Nim knocks on the door.
Come in.
Don't you mean...
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can't just leave that open like that.
Yeah, and Nim will reach up, open the doorknob. Hey, Kenna! How you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
Good, can I see your neck for a second?
Why?
Like the back of it?
Why?
Well, because if you look right here, I have a little line on the base of my neck, so I was just wondering if you have something similar.
Alrighty. I'll sit on the floor.
Okay. You sit on the floor. Nim, you take a look. Sure enough, there's a little black line.
Yeah, you've got a little black line there, just like mine. Well, I guess I would assume Dis told me that mine's black, but it looks the same.
It's black.
Alright.
Yeah, better get that checked. Or double check that. Dis might just be seeing black.
I wonder if that's his way of marking us.
Yeah, I mean, there's...
Also, I got some disturbing notes in my room. Did you get any notes in your room?
I didn't really check that hard.
Oh my gosh, man.
Technically, none of them did.
1 sec. I want to go run back into my room.
Eye problem.
Yeah, you were busy. All right, Nim, you run back into your room and you take a quick look around for notes. Sure enough, literally right on your pillow is a note.
And what does it say?
I had to go by his passive perception. It's like 12, so...
Yeah.
It says... I have marked you each. Should you be captured and tortured, and on the brink of revealing our secrets, you will be destroyed.
Oh, so this is some kind of glyph.
I was right. We do got microbombs planted in the base of her skull.
We gotta deactivate them. If we run any less than 60 miles an hour.
Oh, God.
No, I called it the suicide glyph.
Oh boy.
Hopefully our
It's our-
movie will be better. I guess that should be the Suicide Squad glyph, but I just like suicide glyph better.
It does make sense.
All right. As you come back out with your note, I think everybody by this point would have made it into the hallway.
Hey guys.
Did y'all have notes in your room too?
What?
180.
Lazarus, there are no notes in your room.
Alright.
I guess they figured you didn't need any more on your plate.
I want some fucking explanation.
I'm gonna go into my room and be like,
There are no notes in your room either. I have no exact reason why they gave you no notes.
I'm gonna say it like a dick man.
I guess Nim will show everyone his note.
Kenna will also share her notes. So I think the moral of the story is...
Can we all gather in Lazarus's room for a moment?
Yeah.
I mean, we can try.
They did give him a bigger room, remember?
I know, but they'll still be tight, won't it?
I mean,
Well,
with
Lazarus
all of
will
you in
just-
there, but Nim only takes up like half a person, and he's pretty used to like hiding under
I'm
people's
pretty sure,
legs,
like, I can
so-
sit in the bed and have two people standing around me.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah. Nim can just go between Dis or Kenna's legs.
Kenna's legs.
I thought you were
Racist.
asexual.
This
Well,
kinda
no, I
like-
just don't like having balls on my head.
I mean, that
Asexual
is
or not,
fair.
it's just...
ah, it's comfortable.
These are my glasses.
It's cooling. These aren't my glasses. Wow. Okay, so you're all in his room.
There's probably like the silent look between Dis and Lazarus for a moment.
Yeah, they keep giving each other like awkward looks.
And
I look over at...
I mean, you have like a passive perception of 18, so...
when I look
What-
at Kenna,
what
I
is-
just stare at her right eye.
Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you guys keep looking at each other? What is going on?
When Dis came in and woke Lazarus up, there was a peculiarity.
And what was the peculiarity?
This eye.
As soon as you mention the eye, the illusion drops away, and you can see that just blackness inside of his socket.
Wait,
Whoa.
wait, does anyone know where the orb is?
Yeah, it's
No.
right there. It's in his face.
Found it.
I like how you just immediately did not give a shit about Lazarus' eye turning black and turning into something else.
I was trying to just, like, you know, go along with it. But yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah,
That would be the
I like how
orb.
the other two are just like, it's in his face.
Wait, has it changed now? Like,
Yeah.
do I know whenever?
No.
So if you
Looks
close
natural.
your left eye, what do you see?
We'll look at just the black eye.
Everything looks fine. In
Dude,
fact, now that you're
that's
not...
awesome.
Now that you're
it is
not-
not awesome.
So
That's
do we, like,
him.
Touch your eye.
Lazarus, a paladin, has a black eye and not a humorous sense.
Now that you're not, like, really pointing at it or referring to it, it changes back.
Okay.
Well, they see that, you don't. You don't feel any different.
It's back to normal. Don't worry about it.
Can you
I
see
indicate to it again.
When you point to it, it changes.
Is it like
Seems
A
like you
distance
control the
or
bat for pointing
the
at
act
it.
of
Not
pointing?
sure. You'd have to
Noted.
experiment it with it more.
Do you all have a black line too?
Lazarus has a red line,
Well, that's just rude.
apparently.
Yeah, I have a white line
Oh,
trying to bring me down. I'm not gonna let him.
He's 1% white now.
We'll put him through the washer.
Okay, well, I got 2 notes. And my first note said that we had to go back to the place where we caught the wind. And my other note said if we get tortured, we're gonna die.
That's it.
Oh, that's what my note said too.
Well,
It
that's
said
it.
something about marking us.
Lazarus would assume that is the 4 lines.
Mm-hmm.
So to say they just took a heavy turn downwards there.
Lazarus doesn't suppose there's any mentioning of this one.
Not my notes.
No.
Of course there wasn't.
Lazarus suddenly feels so picked on. I want you to know I put absolutely zero thought into whose eye it would go into. I just rolled.
I'm glad it's not in Kenna's eye.
I think Nim would have been overjoyed.
There's
to
gonna be
have
some
a
awkward
black
praying sessions
robot.
later.
Can't imagine what it was like.
Like, well, I may have fucked up.
All right.
So should we head out?
Yeah, I think we should. Should all of us head to the ruins, or was it like Kenna, you show up at the ruins by yourself, or?
Was it signed?
Come to the side of the recent conquest of the wind.
Signed. Was that it?
No sign.
There was no
I
sign.
didn't see the sign. Didn't open up my eyes.
Shit.
Did you see the sign?
No, I'm just not trying to say something else.
Yeah, what's the plan? You do all feel like it's probably the next day, but your sense of time is very discombobulated.
We
Is
should
it
go
like-
check.
We
Was it
should.
light?
It is light.
It wasn't light.
We don't
last
have
time.
Wait,
windows,
your room didn't have a window.
One of our rooms had windows.
One of your room had a window. I have to check my thing
It
again.
would only be this. My room does not.
So I can escape.
It's this is the one that has like,
Now that he's not afraid of the sun, he's like, window.
they knew. They knew to give him a window.
Feels luxurious.
Yes, but it does. You do feel like it's probably daytime.
Well, shall we?
We should go find Lil.
Yeah, I think we should find Lil first, regardless.
Lazarus wishes to see if she is all right after things.
Remember, we gotta keep this like on the deal of the
As in,
deals.
probably not even here.
Yeah, we can. We shouldn't talk about it. First rule of Spy Club.
Wait,
As
talk
you're
about
all
what?
talking in a room.
Talk about what?
We're super stealthy.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm gonna go find Lil.
For a completely unrelated reason
We're talking about
to whatever it is we're talking about.
This just tries to restate it.
Just like,
"God damn it."
what we're talking about is...
Lazarus
Everybody
is
just looks
like,
at him.
No.
That's so dis. But not dis enough.
this guy.
Yeah, because we never got a quest from Lil, so we still need to get a
We're
quest.
gonna go talk to Lil.
Let's see if we actually got a quest down the pipe for you. From your shopping adventure.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess that is true. That was one of the quests that could come through.
That's right. So is the plan then to go down into the main room?
For now.
All right.
Some grub.
Yeah. You go downstairs. Things seem pretty normal. Some people bustling around. Lil is tending the bar. She kind of looks over as you come down and doesn't really, she just kind of gives you the usual nod, kind of a good morning.
Now that like Lazarus is out of the room and actually like through the hallway and into an open space, it's probably just like
Doing the back crack.
big old stretches.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Just go take a table.
Okay.
Probably looking at Lil a little bit awkwardly.
Fair enough, fair enough. For her part, Lil seems pretty calm overall. As you all take a seat, she just comes over. Oh, good, you're up. Can I get you anything? It is past lunch.
Lazarus was going to ask.
It's about one specifically.
I guess.
It feels odd to eat, not have any memory, and then eat again.
I agree.
Yeah.
That being said, you do feel hungry.
Hmm.
Like your body feels hungry, even if your brain doesn't.
I'll take some food.
All right, I'll bring something light.
Thank you, Lil.
She goes away, comes back with some food. Just kind of, as she's kind of setting it down, she just kind of looks towards each of you and just, I do think we should probably have a chat in a little while. about, your quests and that. She kind of like goes low, then gets higher, and she's kind of like, about your quests and that sort of thing. But maybe the back room will be fairly busy today, so perhaps somewhere else.
Where would be a good place?
Is there somewhere you were planning on going today? I could just come along.
There is.
All right, well, that would work then. Just let me know when you're ready to leave. I'll leave one of the other individuals in charge.
Though that will be a long round trip.
Should be fine.
Okay.
Probably a pretty quiet meal.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was literally just about to be like, so is there anything you guys want to talk about over your meal? And then I'm just like, nope.
This will just be like, so.
Yeah, I feel like, could we get a little of Dis's patented small chat?
So, there's no music in here today. Is that weird to anybody?
There's only been music one time we've been here.
Is that weird for anybody else? I don't know. I haven't really
What
been to
other
taverns.
places like this have we stayed?
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, anybody else have ideas about this? This is weird to anybody
You're the
else.
oldest of us.
I mean, maybe you guys saw things I didn't. They have, like, cool things at the slave camp, like...
We were at the same slave camp our entire lives.
Not with you. I was someone else.
We were.
Yeah, but was there something cool there before I came?
No, it was weird.
Just more whips.
More
No music.
No music.
Just more whips.
Wait, there's more whips before I showed up?
Yeah, I mean, I think they directed a lot of the whipping to you.
Bastards.
Wow. Commentary. Okay, and in that fashion, I feel like maybe your tensions relaxed a little from Dis's, we'll call it banter. I mean, I'm sure it helps a little. It probably relieves the stress a little bit. And you finish your meal. As you're kind of wrapping up a little, just kind of like catches one of your eyes and just gives you kind of one of those like now sort of faces. Okay, Nim gives her the thumbs up. She kind of...
That was Dis.
Sorry, yeah, Dis did that.
He doesn't see color.
That's right. I don't see color. So she takes off the apron and, kind of sets about just setting up one of the individuals that works in the back with her and walks over to you. All right, I should be ready to go. Actually, are we worried at all about encountering anything on this little excursion?
Potentially. We're not exactly sure.
All right, I'll make one change as a precaution then. And she kind of retreats back into the back room.
She's not like a shielding board.
She comes out a couple of minutes later. She's definitely changed the gear that she's wearing. She comes out wearing plate legs, chainmail with leather arms, and a long sword attached to her side.
I don't know if we can bring those to this place.
I know.
I want to perception her ease of wearing this, or how accustomed she is to it.
Okay, do an insight roll.
23.
When she comes out, she's kind of rolling her shoulders, like maybe it's been a while since she put it on, is maybe your first guess. But as she kind of comes and kind of settles, her hand falls on the hilt of the sword, and you do notice a bit of a change in her demeanor. When her hand kind of lands on the sword side, she kind of goes from being the, like, oh, it's really nice to see you, sort of a little bit bowed and a little bit, like, attentive. She kind of goes straight back, and she gets kind of more of a proud, defiant stance.
Look at that ass tomato.
What do we have the pleasure for?
It's been quite a while since I had to wear this, but I figured just in case.
Most certainly, Lazarus likes you better this way.
Well, most people frown on me wearing outdoor gear while serving them food, unfortunately.
Yeah.
She just gives you kind of a laugh, and are we ready to go?
We can head on out.
Let's go.
Okay. And you guys head out? Are you just heading straight for the ruins?
Basically. Yeah,
Okay.
We have no reason to proceed otherwise.
Yeah, fair enough. So, you guys begin heading to the ruins, and Lil waits quite a while before saying anything, like almost 30 minutes out of town.
Just walk in awkward silence.
Well, it doesn't have to be awkward silence. Other people could be talking.
So.
I'm just saying Lil's not talking.
I want to turn to Lil.
Okay.
So, looks like you're very accustomed to that armor. But it looks like it hasn't been worn in a while. How long has it been since you've been out in one of these excursions?
She kind of like puts her hand on her chest and she's like, "Dis, I didn't realize you were looking at me so carefully."
Of course, always.
And then she kind of gives you a little bit of chuckle and she says, "Well, I did used to be an adventurer in my youth, till I put an arrow in someone's knee."
That's understandable.
It didn't go over well.
You've been hanging low the whole time.
Well, the nobleman was rather upset.
Oh, I can understand then.
It was his own fault. He was striking his wife.
Fair.
Justice served.
As we're walking, I would like to see if I can catch a glimpse of Lil's neck.
Okay. Do a perception check.
That's going to be an 18.
Okay. So, Lil's making no special attempt at being in any particular part of the... So as people kind of talk to her or acknowledge her or anything like that, she's kind of just freely moving about you. It's fairly easy to see, actually, but her neck is hidden behind her long hair.
I want to create a gust of wind with Druidcraft
Okay.
to just, try to blow it out of the way.
Okay. I'm going to make one small change. When you ask her all those close questions and she puts her hand on her chest and is like, "I didn't realize you looked at me that way." That's when the wind hits, so her hair blows in the wind. But nevertheless, that does reveal her neck, and there is indeed a small line drawn across the back of her neck.
Black line?
Yes. 2 of them, actually.
Oh, why 2?
Once happened before.
Also, a couple seconds later, I want to do another gust, so it doesn't seem like it was, very obvious.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So maybe, a couple.
Here and there.
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay.
Just don't want to be super, wow, that was a weird one wind there.
Lil's not dumb.
Doesn't seem that way.
She's got 2 lines. She's seen shit.
Or has she? Memory wipes are a funny thing that way.
She's seen shit, she doesn't remember.
Fair.
But her heart still knows.
Wow, Kenna just dove super deep into Lil's character. Not that I mind you. Alright, so after about 30 minutes out of town, Lil just kind of stops. Alright, this should be far enough.
Should we, hut?
Well, the hut doesn't really do anything for, preventing people from hearing us, though.
Oh,
I don't think so.
I thought it didn't let out sound. I thought it just let sound in.
No, that's just light.
Yeah, I think we looked that up before.
Lit inside, but it's opaque from the outside.
Yeah, I think we looked that up before, that it doesn't really do a lot to block sound, or at least it's not specifically mentioned in the spell. Because I think the trick is air can move back and forth.
I will double check, though. I'm here. Radius, creatures, freely.
This is the ASMR portion of the recording.
Yeah, no. It only mentions that it is opaque from the outside, and that I can choose for the interior to be dimly lit or dark.
Yeah, I don't see any reason for it to block sound specifically.
Never mind, I didn't say that. I retract my statement.
Well, I mean, you could still say it. You don't know. No one would judge you for that.
Do we need to hut?
And then it was just no, I don't think it would help all that much, and it would just waste 10 minutes.
Okay.
I assume then, by your sudden understanding of secrecy, that you also woke up a little strange this morning?
Yes, perhaps.
I think we all have some matching ink.
I believe we do. I really must apologize for Skinner's methods. He is, from what little I remember, cautious.
So you worked with Skinner before?
I believe so. It's all a bit foggy. But I believe he can be trusted. He's just a little overzealous.
I want to incite the I believe he can be trusted.
Okay, go ahead.
19.
Okay. She says it with confidence, but in her face, there's more uncertainty. Not necessarily that she's lying, but just that she wants to sound more confident about it than she is.
That's fair.
Lazarus doesn't suppose you woke up with any other surprises?
No, just the suicide glyph.
The
Yes,
the suicide glyph.
yes, that is what it's called.
Cute name.
It's a mark that's only visible to other people that have the same mark. And it can be either remotely activated, or I believe there's some fairly complicated condition around stress or specific magics being cast upon you.
Wow, that's ominous, especially the stress part.
I do believe it has to be fairly stressful.
Hence torture.
Well, considering you most likely cannot speak of much outside of this group, including little Lazarus, might as well show. He just does.
As you touch your eye, it opens up, for lack of a better description, and she doesn't really seem all that shocked. She just kind of, oh, that's where they decided to put it. I did wonder where it went.
That's the orb.
Definitely. It's the right color.
I was just like, why am I?
Do you ask that out loud?
Probably not, but he's got like the frustration, just like, whoa.
Lil would kind of just be like, it is rather important that it not be somewhere that could be lost or discovered by someone else.
Well, when this is all over, I suppose he will simply ask for it back.
I wouldn't worry too much. I'm not overly familiar with most magic, but I suspect if they took your eye out to put it there, that they could probably put the eye back.
So I was just like,
Am I correct in understanding that when we're complete with Skinner's tasks, then we'll have the suicide glyphs removed?
That would really depend on him.
Can I ask a question now, Lou?
Go ahead, Kenna.
Why do you have two?
It would appear that I have made one of these agreements before, though I don't remember it specifically. It appears that whatever my original agreement is isn't over.
Can you tell us anything about the orb? The black orb? It's kind of,
I don't know a lot about it. I do know some of the older histories from reading some of Father Maxie's books and that sort of thing. I do know that for a long time the black orb was a symbol of the demon lord himself.
Lazarus' lady, please forgive him.
I wouldn't worry about it, Lazarus. It's my understanding that the use of the orb was no longer necessary after the invasion began, and they abandoned it as a symbol. To my knowledge, it hasn't been used since.
Well, perhaps it is at least not common knowledge.
I'm not sure many people would know about it. It is loosely referenced in a lot of the religious books, but only in the sense that the Dark One uses a black orb to spread his mischief, that sort of thing. But that really could be anything black and orb-shaped.
I guess I would recall this from reading that whole religious text.
Yeah, you definitely would. I was going to mention it before, but I assumed somebody would ask a little, so figured it'd be better coming from her. I do still have some quests.
that I have prepared. I'm not aware of any quests that have been pitched for bad people, but I do have some of the ones that I believed were going to be good, so I could list those out for you, if you like, while we continue walking.
Yes, please.
Most certainly.
All right. I gathered 3. Obviously, you don't have to take them all if you don't want to. Also, because you're of the iron rank now, if you would like to know more information other than the original pitch, if you'd like me to follow up with them for additional details before you decide if you're willing to take it or not, that also can be arranged. So feel free if you're unsure of the specifics or you just want more information. At your rank, you are allowed to ask those sorts of questions. So the first one is really rather simple, more or less. There is a sawmill near the outskirts of the market run. It caught fire about 2 days ago, and the bucket brigade's been working on it, but it hasn't spread, but they can't get it to go out. And people are beginning to get worried that a demon might be involved. Which honestly isn't saying much. Most people see demons almost everywhere. It's a paranoia thing.
Okay.
The second one is a bit stranger. The storage rung has put in a request for somebody to investigate a rash of thievery over the last week or so. But it's a little strange. According to them, each item that's been stolen has been kind of more mundane than the last. It's nothing really important going missing. It's just sort of little things and really non-consequential things. I believe one of the things they mentioned was an entire crate of toilet paper disappeared.
Sounds shitty.
Wow. Thank you, Nim. Just trying to lighten the mood a little. Sorry. It's always nice when Nim throws in his little joke.
Why does everyone laugh at him, but when I do them, they just roll their eyes?
All right. Are you ready for the last one?
Yep.
All right. The last one is a bit of a... It's a bit of a silly request, but it has been put in, and they are at least a little worried about it. So there are 2 parents here on the farming rung. They'd really like their daughter to go visit their grandmother, but their grandmother's on the other side of the rung, and the poor dear's just a little paranoid. She's always thinking that someone's out to kill her, and she refuses to go without an escort. So, a bit silly, but I imagine it'll be fairly quick. Those are the 3 I have for now. I was requested, Nim, there was a request put in for you to be notified that if you were willing to look into the market rung incident with the mill that's on fire, there has been one of the vendors in the area has suggested that he'd be willing to offer a discount on his wares once you complete that activity.
That guy's got some nice stuff. We should probably do that quest.
He didn't offer any particular rush on it. He just said if you decide to take it once it's complete, he'd be willing to give a small discount.
All right. Just sounded really close.
Came to that.
Oh, I guess, yeah. So, I don't know. They sound like pretty basic quests, which concerns me. Other than the mill is on fire and won't go out, that one kind of is concerning.
Are you good with water?
I can put fire out. Well, it's one of my talents.
Is it?
I light a flame in my hand, and then I snuff it out. And I light a flame in my hand, and I snuff it out.
I can do that too.
Not anymore.
And then I minor illusion a giant bonfire in the middle of the room. And then I snuff it out.
This is like, so, well, I mean, sounds like he knows what he's doing there.
But I mean, really, if I need to, I can use other spells to put out fire. Namely, chromatic orb.
I mean, I can also put out fire. I have lots of water.
Do you?
And I can create or destroy it.
Oh.
Lazarus may also do it.
I was gonna say everybody just forgets the druid has that ability.
I also can control water. I can also... I think I can do a water wall.
I don't think you can do a water wall yet.
No,
Water wall's higher level.
I believe it was one of the spells I was looking at.
I don't get create or destroy water, but I just get create food and drink.
And cast
That
darkness.
ends.
I'll darkness the fire out.
If nobody can see it, it's gone.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how fire works.
I mean, like, if we could just, like, pop a bubble over it that just immediately vacates all oxygen. Sure.
Yeah, but what if it's like a fire elemental or something?
Well, then that'll piss it right off.
Well, then the tiny flame that's left over that's slowly building back out to a big flame is the problem.
It's true.
I mean, the dragon has a good point. Maybe he knows a thing or two about fire. Well, I mean, it's not really his thing.
Oh, lightning kind of has an acrobat.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's not like direct fire.
Nim's not arguing.
I did enjoy the, like, Nim, do you know anything about fire? And then Kenna's just waiting in the back being like, I can do, like, 7 different things with water. She was waiting.
Something
Like,
I
can
have.
you even do like ice dagger?
I can.
There's all kinds of shit Kenna
I can do a lot of stuff with water. And I can't do, and I hate fire, so I mean, I feel like that would please my leaky.
Oh, so we're gonna do the fire quest just to, for your own religious purposes.
Well, I mean, there's been nothing stated that you can't do them all.
I know. I think we do them all.
Look, wall of water.
3rd level. Oh, it's Anathar's, that's why.
So, what's the plan?
Just a quick question before. Is there any questions you had about the quests themselves? If not, I should probably turn around.
I guess. Well, we'll probably start with the fire, but we'll accept all quests.
Is there
Can
any
we get more
timelines on any of them? Any time they have to be done before?
It was mentioned to me that the storage rung doesn't really care when their job gets done, as it's mostly mundane things that are disappearing. And it was mentioned to me that the sawmill one is probably a bit of a higher priority since it's been burning. The family that requires the escort for the daughter said it won't be for a couple of days anyway.
Could you get us some more information about the storage room?
Sure. What sort of information are you looking for?
What kind of objects they were stealing? Like, I understand they're mundane. I just want to see if there's a connection.
Certainly, I can get them to... They are pretty anal down there about record keeping, so I imagine I can...
Patterns, occurrences, time of day, any of that sort.
Maybe
Alright,
if it's like from specific suppliers or anything like that?
Certainly, I'll see what information I can gain for you on that.
The fire in the market run at the sawmill, how long has that been burning?
About 2 days now.
Ooh, well, that is serious.
It hasn't spread to any of the other buildings, thankfully, but it is very slowly destroying the sawmill itself.
So, how big is the fire?
It encompasses almost all of the building, but the bucket brigade kind of keeps it to a low broil. The thing is, they can't put it out.
Okay.
They can limit how fast it's spreading, and they can make it go down, but they can't make it stop. So whenever they get tired, it just sort of...
Flames up again. Alright. Well, we could do that one. We can be there tomorrow.
Sure.
Tomorrow.
I mean, it's pretty late in the day right now, isn't it?
And I'll need to...
It's about 2.
I need to rearrange some things so I can help with the fire.
Certainly, I'll let them know to expect you tomorrow morning.
Well, then sounds like we shall be accepting all 3 again.
All right. For the time being, would you like me to give you the chits for all 3, or just for the one, just in case something comes up?
Just for the one.
All right. She hands over the piece of paper for the fire quest.
Alright,
then.
well, I guess this is where we, split ice.
All right, I suppose I'll be heading back. I'll be awaiting your return later today as usual.
And of course, you shall be fine on your own.
Oh, I don't think there's anything really on this rung for me to worry about.
Very well.
All right, I'll see you later. I would mention, just as a sort of easy method of communication, if you would like to talk about the more mundane activities, we can continue to do that at the inn. However, if you would like to discuss anything of a more questionable nature, then maybe we'll arrange some sort of signal.
That sounds like a good idea.
Do you have anything easy in mind?
We just point at Lazarus' eye.
Oh,
It's like-
That's a terrible idea.
But who's gonna notice?
Oh, wow.
They're just gonna be like, why are they pointing at his eye? I mean, I can just do it every time. They're just gonna be like, oh, there goes that guy again.
We should just do the Hunger Games one.
Perhaps we can simply have Lazarus ask if there is any dragon's breath in stock.
What if you want drink?
Someone else asked for it.
Someone-
It's not that hard.
Wow. Everybody just jumps down for Dis's throat.
Kenna with a quick snap.
Yeah, Dis, you stupid. All right. Yeah, I think that'll work just fine. So if Lazarus asks for the dragon's breath, I'll know there's something we need to discuss.
And if Lazarus isn't there and we need to discuss it, one of us will say, Lazarus is asking for it.
That sounds fine. If we do need to talk about it, I think one of the best ways would probably be if you're comfortable traveling at night. If you leave out the back door of the inn and just head straight that direction for about 10 minutes, there's a small outcropping of rocks there that we could just kind of huddle in rather than needing to walk this far out.
Sounds good, Lil.
I'll be waiting for you there. Say sometime around midnight?
Midnight.
Seems like that might be a good idea just in case there's anything you needed to report through Lazarus, I suppose.
He seems to be the key in this. You are the chosen one.
Lazarus does require assistance. He does not believe he will be able to do so himself.
Well, neither can I. An eye for an eye?
Come, Kenna, stare into Lazarus's eye.
Oh, that's what we should have asked for. Dang it! Maybe you have it now.
What?
Maybe you have dark vision now.
How would you know?
We won't until it's dark.
That would be fun.
Well, that was one of Nim's thought that the whole time. He just was like,
Nim's always been like, that motherfucker got dark vision, didn't he? I know Brennan's been looking at me like, you gave that motherfucker dark vision, didn't
He got
you?
the dark vision. He can see it.
But would that make Brennan more or less disturbed about the orb being in Lazarus's eye
Also,
if it
sorry,
worked the way it used to?
What was the landmark
much
after walking 10 minutes?
It was a cropping of rocks.
Circle of rock?
It was cropping of rocks. It was outcrop of rocks.
After all, it gave Tenor dark vision for a very specific reason. These are the questions. And we'll have to answer those questions after a short break. Wow, what a cliffhanger! I wonder what's going to happen next time. Seriously, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening in. If you liked what you heard, share us with your friends. If you hated what you heard, share us with your enemies. Seriously, though, like, comment, subscribe. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll find out what happens to Double Doubles and Dragons next time.